panicking. In this game of Genshin Impact, there are a growing number of playable characters that you can roll, and usually when a new character becomes available, MiHoYo, the game company, would also publish videos about them. They often come with unique soundtracks, which are composed and arranged to fit the new character's themes. And we will see if we, and by we I mean Gaps, if Gaps could tell what the character is like just by listening to the soundtrack alone. So thank you for being my experimental object number one. I hope you survive the trial. So I know that I've sent you the whole character album before this chat, so you've already had a listen to that. But apart from that, do you know anything else about Genshin Impact? Did you name any character at all?
I have a friend that he really likes. I do know one character. Diluc or Diluc? Diluc?
Yeah, Diluc, I think.
Diluc.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's the only character I know. Every other character,
That's cool. Your ignorance is a bliss in this game.
Oh no.
So we could actually focus on what kind of musical features we get from listening to the soundtracks. So this is excellent. I prepared a little process that we will follow for each of the tracks that we listen to. So first we would obviously listen to the tracks together, and each character would have usually one, but sometimes two tracks associated with them. You would make your best attempt to describe what the character is like based on what you hear from the music. So you could go off anything like personality, age, gender, what do they look, might they be wearing, what kind of color schemes they have, or anything else. Pretty much anything goes. And just to give you a bit more context, I'm going to give you two pieces of information which applies to pretty much all of the characters. Firstly, Genshin have got multiple regions, and the regions are usually modeled off a real world country. So in the patch that has released so far, 2 of the regions has been released. There is Mondstadt, which is modeled from some kind of medieval Germany theme. And then we also have Liyue, which is modeled from ancient China. All of the characters that we are going to talk about today, apart from one, is from one of the 2 regions. And the other clue is that in Genshin, there are 7 different elements as shown on this chart, and each character wields one of the elements. And from the music, you might have a guess as to which element they actually wield. There are some that could wield 2, but that is a slightly different system. And not to worry about that yet for today's character.
Too complicated for now.
Apart from one, there's always an exception.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling with the regions, I'm probably gonna mess up the pronunciation there. Don't make fun of me.
I mean, everyone pronounces the names wrong. I'm sure I don't pronounce them right, and I will probably pronounce them in 5 different ways in this video. So, and also, after we've made our guesses as to what a particular character is like, I would show you 3 images for 3 different characters, together with their voice lines in game, and then see whether you could identify which of the 3 is actually the character associated with the soundtrack. And finally, to kind of throw a bit more spice into the game, there will be kind of additional questions, special questions that are about particular characters, and I'll kind of sprinkle them in as we go through the album together. So those multiple choice questions, I'll be keeping a score, so no pressure.
Testing anxiety, it's coming through.
Yeah, good luck. I'm sure you will do fine.
I'll try to be musical.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing is not necessarily whether you get it right or wrong, but what kind of musical information you actually pick up. I think that's what would be most interesting, because for people like me who's addicted to the game, we already know what the character is like, but we may not notice details in the music that are kind of adding an additional layer to the character, and we would appreciate those little details, I think, once they are pointed out to us. So before we launch into track number 1, I already have a special question for you. There are 2 musicians amongst these 13 characters that we're going to go through today. And I've just uploaded a picture of which track maps onto which character. And these 2 musicians, one of them plays the lyre, the other one plays the guitar, and they also carry a drum around. Before us going further, could you venture a guess as to which of the characters?
Can I ask what kind of, like, is it obvious if it's like an acoustic guitar, an electric guitar?
That's the funny thing, because it looks acoustic, but it sounds electric.
Huh.
I think I'll have to go with electric because, I mean, it's not plugged in, so I guess it was acoustic. But now thinking about it, maybe the shape wouldn't give a really good sound. I would go with electric.
I think I would have to listen to them again and like really try to pick out.
Well, maybe bear this in mind, and as we go through the tracks, you could say that's the musician, and I can review at the end whether you got it right or wrong, and then as we will continue on. Yeah, shall we then?
Okay, now that I think about it, whenever you said lyre, that first instrument,
yes,
kind of sounds like, you know, like a harp or lyre kind of deal. So,
are you going to put down that as your first musician?
Okay, so the accordion in this particular song kind of gives me like, since it's mostly like an instrument powered by air, it gives me like an airy vibe, you know? So like if I were to guess out of like the elements, I mean the violin also really helps.
The end of the first track, yes.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna guess that. I mean, I'm trying to think of like any other songs that has like that prominent of an instrument to it, at least like a harp. So I would probably guess that this one is the one with the lyre. With the lyre.
Okay. Yes, I'm dying to tell you stuff, but I'll refrain and let you finish your guesses. It's probably a musician, and they probably use wind. Any guesses as to which region they come from? What sort of character it is?
Yeah. I mean, I can't really say much about like their age or anything. Like, I don't think anything necessarily stands out to me. Maybe that this character probably loves adventuring, but I feel like that's probably all the characters if you're playing Genshin. Yeah. But like maybe this particular character likes to travel a lot, maybe. I don't know.
Any guesses as to region? Like Mondstadt / Germany versus
definitely
versus China.
Definitely the Germany Germany, yeah. Mondstadt.
Cool. Mondstadt, yeah. I think that's how it's pronounced. But German people, tell me otherwise, please. Are you ready for your choice of 3 characters then?
I'm ready.
Okay, so just sending. And then
I see a lyre.
Kind of giving the game away, aren't I? And these are their voice lines to help you decide which one to go for.
Only glorious victories are recorded in legends and history books. Surely even the great knights of old must have had their struggles. Wind, please show me the path.
She talks about wind. Okay.
Hey, darling. Would you like to try one of my magic potions? There's no knowing what it will do to you until you try it, though. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, so Lisa talks about magic potions. She kind of has like a mischievous, like she's some like mischief is going on, you know. She's kind of
she's the ala person in this game.
Ala. Okay, I feel like the song probably doesn't fit her very well then. I don't feel like it's sinister enough, or like, you know, the song sounds very honest about itself. So
I like to drink, and I like the wind. If only there was such a thing as wind brewed cider.
Okay, so Venti also talks about wind. Interesting. So just to make sure I'm saying their names properly. So that's like the French Jean, or no?
Oh, We call her Jean.
Jean? Okay, so it's Jean?
Yeah.
Jean, Lisa, and Venti. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to guess based off of the song, it would. I feel like it's Venti. I mean, the lyre, the wind.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's Venti.
You certain about your answer?
Yeah, Venti is my final answer. This is probably the most sure I will be in this whole thing. Like, based off of like the clues that have been given to me. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then the grand review. Ta-da!
Nice. Ooh. Okay, so no questions for the next character or anything. It's just
no special question. Just let's launch into the song.
got it. Okay, we'll play it. Oh, big band. It's kind of funny how it starts off with big band, like high energy, like bam, 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 right, and then it's like playful. Yeah, tons of energy in that song. Makes me feel like the person's probably really energetic, maybe a little bit silly. Sleepy time. This sounds like a lullaby.
And this third track is also them as well.
So the second track there kind of just feels like the first, but like kind of like a little remix of it.
It has like the same tune going through both of them, signature or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of like a motif.
Yes.
Incredibly exactly fun. That. If I were to guess like a region, I don't think anything really stands out to me in terms of the region. Element. Like when I think of something that has a lot of energy, I kind of think of, I guess, things that would usually power things in our world, right? Like wind or like steam, like fire. For me, it would be between like wind and fire for that character. I have a feeling that maybe they're childish, if not childlike.
Okay.
I think for the most part, that's all I could gather from those two tracks.
Yeah. So would you want to have the 3 images now?
Oh. Okay. So we got Barbara, we got Bennett, and we got Klee?
Yes.
Klee?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I should just listen to the voices and then give my impressions.
My dream is to bring a smile to the faces of all the people in my life. As long as I can help you on your journey, I'm happy.
Barbara's too honest. She's too honest. She's not sneaky.
No mischief enough.
There's no mischief in her voice. It can't be Barbara.
From now on, I'll distract the monsters and set off the traps while you grab the treasure. Sound good? You don't like it? Oh, don't worry about me getting injured. It's what I'm best at. And for you, it would be my pleasure.
Okay, so Bennett talks a little bit about putting himself in harm's way, doesn't really care too much about like what happens to him sort of thing. Let me listen to Klee.
Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good.
Okay, Klee is silly. Yeah, I feel like that yeah, I have a feeling it's Klee.
Klee, how certain are you? More certain than Venti?
I mean, Venti had the whole liar thing going, but Klee, maybe a little less certain with Klee. I think.
Yes. So, this is the actual person.
Nice.
Yes, you got it right again. She's a fire person.
Okay.
And you were actually quite bang on your description. So you commented about like the whole initial bang, bang, bang. And her main thing is, like you can see from this picture, those little thing with flower on top, those are bombs. Those are her toys. And she plays with bombs. And she's like a tiny little terrorist going around and bombing things. So very playful. Definitely have got a bit of that circus thing, very fun and mischief thing going on. Very energetic. Like you said, goofy. and you know that in the music there is a part where it gets quieter in some kind of lullaby. That's when she's being confined for the mischiefs that she did.
What?
Yes.
She's an actual terrorist?
Well, she's not an actual terrorist, just a very naughty child. But the community calls her a little terrorist in a loving way.
That's so cute. That's very cute.
Yeah,
so
you're absolutely bang on. It's amazing, like how much the music actually conveys.
So far, yeah. So far, I did. You know, you did mention that you sent it to me, or the whole soundtrack to me already, and I listened through all of it. You know, a couple of times, and I feel like for some songs, I just draw blanks. Like I'm just like, I don't know what this is. Like I don't know what to feel here. So I mean, maybe this time through listening to it, maybe
I think some of them are more obvious than others. I think some of the characters, they actually composed additional stuff. Like my lack of music terminology is really showing here. Like they have their unique kind of little tunes or signature going around in their music, and whereas for others it's like some kind of variation of some existing Genshin music but with a twist. So if it's a variation, I think it gets a bit harder to tell what this person is, because the tune is more or less Genshin background music. So anyway, so you are doing great so far.
2 for 2. 33% chance if I just guess.
You couldn't have guessed. Okay, third one up.
Play. Okay, so anytime there's like electric guitar, it kind of gives me I don't know why, it always brings the image of fire to me. But there's also like a lot of flute, like in the higher frequencies, there's like a lot of flute stuff going on. So and flute, you know, is also one of those like really airy instruments. So, but I mean, for the most part, I feel like the song just kind of plays off of the Genshin motif, like the
this one is it's a lot harder because it is just a variation, not like a new composition of some sort.
So as far as like region, I'm nothing stands out too much to where I can really guess the region, but I mean for the element, I mean I'm between. Oh man, this is gonna be the same guess as last time. I'm between Pyro and Anemo, the wind and fire. Yeah, I think this is one of those songs where I just drew a blank when listening to it. It's just like, oh man, nothing really stands out that much about this song to me. So
yeah, I kind of have the same feeling about this one. So this would be a harder one. So let's bring up the 3 images.
Oh, this one's gonna be hard. I can already tell.
Nothing jumps out.
Are the emblems in the back mostly the same for? Do they like pertain to?
So the colors kind of give away the element, kind of.
Okay.
And also, if you look at like the main circle behind the top circle within the big circle, you know what I mean? The
there's
that
little,
thing.
little icon.
That thing. That icon kind of give a clue as to which region they're from. So there are different designs for different regions.
Okay. I see. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher these names. Kaya? Kaya. Okay.
Yeah.
Sucrose,
yes.
Okay.
Shall I tell you how to pronounce the last one?
Please do.
Xiangling.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and listen to the voice lines for Kaya.
Oh? Well, if you're concerned about keeping things professional, maybe you can find more use for me on the front lines. How about it, boss? Just don't feel intimidated by what I can do.
Oh, okay. Kind of edgy at the end, you know, don't feel intimidated. Okay. Very cool character.
I, really don't know how to act around new people. Everyone's personality is different, as are the things they care about. If I slip up and say the wrong thing, I'll offend someone, or sound impolite. Talking is hard. So much harder than alchemy.
Sucrose kind of gives like a shy bookworm kind of feel.
Glasses and all that.
The glasses, yeah. Talking about alchemy. What a nerd. She's very cute though.
You've seen the dragon in Mondstadt? How big was it? What? No way! Imagine how big a steak a dragon that huge would make.
I mean, nothing really stands out to me about Xiangling. I mean, maybe like the design, like it's got the red, like the fire kind of deal. But Sucrose has got the wind kind of deal. So
yes. So you don't think it's Kaya?
I feel like if Kaya had a theme, it would probably be a lot more like metal. Like it'll be like a little bit more intense than that particular song. So I think for me right now it's between Sucrose and Xiangling. But I feel like maybe if Sucrose had a theme, it would be maybe more soft, maybe something that's a little bit slower. So I think because of that, I'm gonna pick Xiangling, but it's kind of like a 60-40 between Xiangling and Sucrose for me.
Yes. So you also mentioned electric guitar. Do you think she may be our musician or not? Or you want to reserve it for later?
Are you telling me she's...
Well, I am here to inform and to also confuse. So that's my role in this game. So I could be helping you, I could be working against you.
I mean, if electric guitar were part of her thing, and like I said, like the whenever like an electric guitar like comes through, it really does give like kind of like a fire, like intensity, burning passion aesthetic, It would make sense to me if she were like an electric guitar player, but like nothing visually is giving me any clues that she does. But
you could kind of leave it until we run through them all.
we could. Yeah, let's leave it.
And you may change your answer like later on. So in that case, I should review who this person actually is. So there she is. You got it right again. So she's a fire user and from the region of Liyue. She likes to cook. And she cooks pretty much anything, like literally like slimes or like dragons or whatever she could get her hands on. She knows what she's doing, but her ingredients are a bit more questionable, that's it.
Does she use her own fire to cook? Like, is that a thing that you can do in the game?
You kind of have to light up some cooking device before you could cook. So you could use her fire to light up like a stove of some sort, which is littered around the world, and then you could cook with it. That's your Chinese cook there.
I wish there was more indication of that in the music. But I mean, I don't know how you could
how would you describe a cook?
Maybe include some like utensil sounds in there,
I like that.
Like some pots and pans. I mean, that might be too tacky, but I mean, it would be interesting to see.
that totally works, yeah. I wonder why they didn't. Because they definitely introduce some kind of other sounds in the later tracks that allude to specific details of those characters.
Noted.
Yeah.
I'm noting this. I will remember this for later. Gaps will remember that.
Okay. Yes. Oh, next character, we have a special question coming up.
Nice.
So for character number 4, this is a character with an animal familiar that kind of fight with them on the battlefield. And this animal familiar is A, a raven, B, an owl, 3, an eagle. And I would like you to venture a guess as to which of the 3 is actually true for this character.
I don't have to answer right now, right? Like,
no.
I just have to keep it in mind.
No, you just keep that in mind and we could talk about it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and play the track now then. Ooh, minor key. Very, organs. Okay. okay, the energy here, like lots of eighth note. It kind of gives the impression of like a hunt kind of deal. Organs again, kind of establishing that feel of like, it's almost like Draculan, like vampire-ish. More organs. Oh, lots of tension in those chords. Lots of tension. Very intense song. And then we're back to... Ooh. This part, despite the rest of the song being very, like chase hunt, sinister kind of vibes, this still gives it like a playful feel. I have a feeling that the developers wouldn't want you to like, if this were like an evil character, right? They can't be too evil, right? Because then we wouldn't want to play them. So maybe they're kind of evil, but like they like to mess around a little bit, be a little evil sometimes,
Yes.
The instrumentation in this song is really interesting because you have clarinets, you have flutes that in it, the acoustic guitar, an organ, it's littered with a bunch of different instruments that usually don't go well together. So, but in this particular song, it works really well. I
think that's one thing I like about Genshin music is they just pick up any instruments, east, west, and then just put them all together, and it all sounds very nice. So about the special question, any guesses as to which familiar they have? A raven, an owl, or an eagle?
A raven would definitely like play into the whole sinister kind of feel. I always think of like ravens, like, this like black bird, kind of like crows. It's just like, maybe they don't eat eyeballs, but like I feel like, they might, if you make it angry, maybe it'll eat your eyeball out a little,
Oh, God. Careful out there now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe I've always had this like deep-rooted fear of like ravens and crows, because I've seen some movies where they're always played to be like, kind of gross. Like they kind of do some gross things in the movies, but
yeah, generally on the dark side and doing more evil stuff.
Yeah. Owl, I feel like it's always reserved for like wisdom, studious kind of deal, and I don't usually associate evilness. I mean, I guess you could be an evil, very intelligent character, but nothing about the owl imagery is really standing out to match with the song. The eagle, I mean, the song kind of has like this like very hunty vibe, like something is being chased, and eagles are pretty good at hunting stuff. I guess owls are too, but eagle more so in particular, I think. At least from what I know. But I mean, I'm not a zoologist or anything, so it's not like I really know. But yeah, there's like that hunty vibe, and I feel like ravens don't hunt that much, at least not as much as an eagle, or at least I'm more scared of an eagle hunting me than a raven.
Yeah, raven or eagle though.
Since I have this like deep-rooted fear of like ravens, because of their use in like movies and stuff, I would probably pick raven for the animal companion, and it does play into the whole like vampire-esque Draculan vibe, and because of that, I feel like this character, if I were to like think of Dracula, like it's like more of a European kind of deal, like since it's like kind of European, probably Germany. If I were to pick, element. No, I have nothing for the element.
That's fine.
From that song.
Yeah. Right. I guess time to review the 3 different options.
Oh, these names. Okay.
Yeah, so at least there's one name that you recognize over there.
I already forgot how to say it. It's not Diluc, it's Diluc?
Well, Diluc. Or we think that's how we should pronounce.
How do you say that second name? There's a lot of not vowels in there.
Like the English players call her Fischl.
Okay, Fischl. And then we have Noelle.
Yeah.
It's not Noelle. I'm already gonna say it's not Noelle. She's too innocent. She looks too pure. She's too innocent. It's not Noelle. It's between, Diluc and Fischl. And Fischl is giving me some sinister vibes. She's got the eye patch going, purple and black. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to their voice lines.
You have already proven your determination. Well then, it is now time for you to witness my resolve.
Okay, Diluc talks about determination and resolve. Very virtuous kind of character,
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Okay, it kind of makes it sound like she's maybe a little vain, probably really confident in her skills.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Talking about tea.
Yes.
Yeah, no. She's too innocent. She can't. This can't be Noelle. This cannot be Noelle. And I also feel like it can't be Diluc.
Yes.
Based off of his voice line. I would probably guess it's Fischl.
Final answer?
Yes.
The grand review is coming up. There she goes. So,
Okay.
a little bit about this character. So she's actually, well, spoiler alert, viewers. She's actually like just a normal girl from the Mondstadt region. Her actual name is Amy, but she's a bookworm, and she reads tons of books. And then she read a book about, I was so going to butcher this pronunciation, Prinzessin the Verartelung. Oh, gosh. Please cut this part out. I can't. So it's like some kind of German kind of princess of evil judgment sort of figure that she likes. And then she kind of roleplay that character as she was going about in her adventures. That kind of dark hunting and kind of organ is all kind of showing that kind of roleplay that she kind of performs as she's going about her day-to-day life. And she used really big words and very long sentences. And when she speaks, I can't understand half of the thing that she says. And she throws in a lot of German words, which are not pronounced properly. It's kind of adorable and accurate because she herself wouldn't know German. So she's quote unquote like an English speaker trying to speak German, and it gives off that vibe, which is matching to her just learning those big words from a book and then trying to use them in her day-to-day life.
That's so cute.
That's her character. So
She
she's the
role-plays.
chuny girl we have in Genshin Impact.
That's so adorable. Like,
Yeah.
she's role playing. Ah,
Yes, she's
it's so
role playing,
cute.
which is why, like at the end of the second track, I believe, there is a bit that kind of goes off to be a bit kind of soft and goofy. That is a scene where her father came about and say, "Hey, Amy, it's time for dinner."
Oh,
And
that's so
it kind
cute.
of breaks her whole kind of facade, and she was like,
Aw.
"Who's Amy? I don't know. Hey, who's Amy? I'm Fischl." And that sort of
Oh, my
she's
heart.
cute.
So far, that's like my favorite description of a character.
Aw,
Like,
yeah.
that's so adorable. Is the eye
Yeah.
patch also like not necessary? Like,
It's not necessary.
like
Completely
Mega
not
Mean
necessary.
vibes. You're just like playing yourself up, role playing a little bit.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, she's
That's
so cool.
adorable.
I play her a lot, like initially. She was my main until like I get better kind of five-star characters. But anyway, I digress.
And her element?
Well, she used the electro element, so electric. So she summons her raven, and the raven Oz fire the electric attacks to the enemies. As she uses a bow and then she fires arrows at the enemies. So it's quite a nice teamwork between the two.
I would not have guessed electro at all based off of the song. Yeah, not at all.
I guess electro is the one that is kind of darker, but I don't know. It's quite hard. I don't know which element I would guess, to be honest.
Yeah, like the organ, the acoustic guitar, the flutes, like none of them give off like electricity vibes, So, but that's fine, There's other things
They can't put everything into the music.
Exactly. There's other things that I feel like are much more important to the character that just fits so nicely. I think the music and the fact that she's role playing this like darker character, like this. Oh, that's so cute.
Her familiar is a raven, like you guessed correctly.
Okay.
You got all of them right. I have to up the game.